Welcome back to the Direct Selling Accelerator podcast. My name is Sam Lees, and today I want to talk to you about how to get creative for the non-creative. This is a really important one because social media is all about what looks good and being creative. But from somebody who is not the best at making things look great, I am not great at the creative side of things. I've found every cheat, every hack, every tip there is to making things look good. And today I want to give you guys 5 ways to up your creative game. I want to help you make your posts on social media look great while creating a profile, an image, a brand that you can really genuinely feel proud of. Now, there's a little disclaimer here I want to put in before we get into the cool stuff. And that is, do not steer away from being yourself. It's really important on social media that you are genuinely and uniquely you. And I need to give you permission to do that right now because it's important that you give your ideal customer a way to connect with you genuinely. If you're trying constantly to be somebody else, if you're copying or mimicking other people, influencers, others in the industry on social media, if you're trying to be something that isn't you, then you're going to be attracting the wrong person. And what's more, your perfect customer is going to simply bypass you because they don't feel like they're connecting to the real version of you. Social media is one of those things that's pretty transparent. People know when you're not being yourself, even if not consciously. So the first thing that's really important is be yourself. But we're going to show you how to be yourself and look great all at the same time. Now, I'm one of those people who loves to get a message across. I know what I want to say, but sometimes it just doesn't look great. And what I create doesn't always make me feel proud, but then I'll see something that someone else has done and I'll think, how did they do that? How did they make that look so wonderful? So I spent the last 5 years doing a lot of deep diving into how people make things look great on social media. And I've found some really cool hacks that have helped me, and I'm now going to use those to help you guys. Now, I will say that sometimes it's always valuable to look at, well, what are our strengths? What are our weaknesses? We can't be good at everything. Sometimes we need to pull people in that are really great at the things that you're not great at. And what I will say is that I now have a team of amazing people who are all skilled in areas that I'm not. And I use those people to help me pick up the slack where I'm a little bit lagging, because I know that I'm always going to get a better result by putting my time into the things that I'm genuinely good at and gifted at. However, this doesn't mean that I didn't learn how to do those things first. So although I have a creative team now that does a lot of that stuff behind the scenes, I still get in there and try to learn and be better at being creative myself. So here are some of the ways that I did that. The first really amazing app that I found, that I'm sure some of you have already found, but I just want to encourage you to get in and play with this if you haven't yet, is Canva. Canva is an amazing free app or website that you can go to, so you can use it on desktop or your mobile device, that not only creates beautiful posts, but it also creates inspiration. The thing I love about Canva is I can have a general idea of what it is that I want to post on social media, but I can't really figure out how to make it look the way I want it to look, or I don't really know what that might end up looking like. I'm one of those people that I know what I love when I see it, but I often don't know how to get to that end result. I'm not that creative person that can sort of take it from A to Z myself, but often I need a little bit of help in the middle ground. I'm sure some of you guys are resonating with this right now. So I'll know that I want it to look great, but it's really hard for me to tell you what that has to be until I see it. And the great thing about Canva is it has so many amazing templates that I can click through those and find something that's sort of got the general feeling I'm looking for. And then I can just edit it and adjust it either a little bit or totally change the way it looks really quickly and easily. The thing I love about Canva is that it is so easy to manipulate and use. One of the things that we've actually done in our Accelerator membership is a step-by-step walkthrough on how to use Canva to create beautiful posts, to create logos, to edit cover images. We've done a really thorough walkthrough on how to use the program, and it really, really is a valuable program to get in and play with. The other thing I love about it is when I sit there and I create something on my desktop, it will also show up on my mobile app. So if I don't quite finish it in the office, or I need to make a last minute edit before I post something, or the other people in my team are in there editing the same document, I can still access it from my mobile phone from wherever I am in the world, which allows me to then keep editing something and then load it up when I'm ready. Or let's say I created a post and I loaded it up a month ago, and now I want to create something else very similar. Rather than creating from scratch, I can still use that same template that I used before, and I just make those little minor edits on my previous post. So it saves everything under your login details so that you can go back and you can reuse them again, or take inspiration from the work that you've already done. So I do love that. The other thing that's great about it is it's not just about Facebook and Instagram posts. You can actually create all sorts of things with Canva. I use Canva to do all of our cover images for Facebook because I know that they will be sized perfectly for Facebook. So that's another big benefit there. Now, Canva is kind of my basic start off go-to. But we all know that video is a very, very powerful tool to use on social media, and definitely one that we should be embracing. So the next one I want to talk to you about is one of my favorite video tools. And I love this one so much. I've actually got a special offer for you guys. We're going to put in the show notes here. But this particular program is called Animoto. Now, if you've ever done any training with me before, if you're in our Quick Start, Social Media Quick Start 2020 course, which is our online social media course for direct sellers, or if you're in our Accelerator membership where we're doing weekly training in there, you will already know all about this program because I'm constantly singing its praises and I'm constantly using it. But if you haven't heard me talk about it before, I'll give you a quick explanation. Animoto is a simple to use program that turns still images into beautiful video. You can create video with text overlays. So you've got text on top of your images. You've got music you can add to it. And basically what it does is it creates beautiful professional looking video, and you've got loads of different templates to use in there. Now, the great thing about Animoto is it is so quick to use. The last video that we created went for 1 minute and it took us 50 seconds to create it. It was quicker to create than the video itself was. So easy. It's literally drag and drop. Now, this is a paid app, unlike some of the other apps I'm going to talk to you about in this podcast today. But we do have a special offer from Animoto that we're going to put in the show notes that gives you a month free trial. So get in there and have a bit of a look at it, give it a go, because I can promise you, you will be really impressed. Now, Animoto, just like Canva, can be used from desktop and mobile device. So that's another big benefit because let's face it, we've all got a graveyard of images sitting on our mobile phones that we haven't used. I know I do. And I can often go to my phone and think, oh, I took all those beautiful photographs and then I just simply forgot to use them for anything. So this is a great way to use up all of those beautiful images and turn them into a great little video and have some video content on your page with a difference. So get in and have a go at Animoto. So that was number 2. Number 1 was Canva. Number 2 was Animoto. The next one I want to talk to you about. Now, we often recommend to you not to use dodgy images. Now, we all know those Facebook pages we go to where people have got pixelated and fuzzy photographs. They've got Google images that they've copied and they've loaded into their Facebook page. Definitely, by the way, do not do that, guys. They might have images that they've taken on their phone, but they've just not done a good job of them and they don't look great. So we have got our favorite stock image site that I love, and we've tested many, and there are loads of different stock image sites out there. So don't feel like this is the only one. But the thing I love about this one, and this site is called Stock Unlimited, is that you can pay a very small monthly fee. We pay approximately $10 a month, and Stock Unlimited gives us unlimited images to download. So if I want to download 100 images this month or 10 images next month, I can simply do as many as I want. I download them and I save them to my computer or my mobile device. Now, once I've got those images, I've got them forever. I love this because often with stock image sites, they either don't have much to choose from or the images that they've got to choose from are super expensive. So Shutterstock and Getty Images are two of the more premium stock image sites, but you'll pay anything up to $100 for 10 images. Now, although this is great and sometimes valuable, the thing I love about Stock Unlimited is it's got a beautiful library of images that's constantly being updated and added to. And once I've downloaded those photographs, I've got them forever and there's no limit. I really do recommend you get in and have a look. I think if you use free stock image sites, you're really, really limited on quality images that are relevant to what you want. But this one for me is the perfect happy medium. So if you want to get some stock images to save to your library for use later on, this is a really great one. Now, I don't recommend, and here's just a little disclaimer here, but I don't recommend that you use stock images too often. I really, really encourage you to get in and take beautiful photographs with your mobile device. Your mobile device is one of the best possible cameras you could ever get your hands on. So get in and play and get experience with taking photographs on your phone. For a few reasons. Number one, the images you take are going to be so much more relatable to your perfect customer. The other thing is that the more you practice, the better you'll get at it. And you'll find that stuff that's real, people really do feel like they're a part of. They know it's yours, it's genuinely yours. And let's face it, everyone knows a stock image when they see it. Although it might look professional, it's just not as relatable as something that's real. So get in and have a play. Okay, so we've got Canva, we've got Animoto, and we've got Stock Unlimited. The next I want to talk to you about is another way to get some really cool video on your social media. And this one's a little bit of fun. Some of you would have heard of this before, but I can't get away from it. I love it. I think it's great. And I really do use it whenever I'm wanting something a little bit different. And that one is the Boomerang app. The Boomerang app used to be exclusive to Instagram only. It's now an external app created by Instagram where you can essentially, instead of taking a still photograph, if there's any movement in whatever's going on, or if you want to use your phone to create the movement, you can create a little loop video, a very, very short loop. So basically it takes a still image and it just creates a bit of movement. So essentially it's a video. Now, get in and have a play. It's a free app. You'll get it once you look at it and you see what I'm talking about. But I do love it because it's another fun way to create video without you having to necessarily have your face on camera all of the time. And it just adds a different element to your social media. It's also great for use in stories. So if you're getting in and you're playing with stories, get in and have a play with this. I think you'll find it a little bit of fun. So that's Boomerang. Now, the very last one I want to talk to you about is actually two. So you're getting two for the price of one with this particular tip. So let's just say you've taken a photograph and you want to kind of add a little bit of difference to that photo, but you don't want to have to go in and do tons of editing and playing around with it. You just want to get in and just give it a little bit of a juzz up. I recommend getting in and playing with these two apps, Typorama and WordSwag. The thing I love about these two apps is you can create quote posts really quickly and easily. They've also got a bunch of backgrounds you can use. So if you haven't taken a photograph that you love, that you want to have in the background of your quote or your text, you can use their backgrounds. And they've got loads of free templates in there. What WordSwag and Typorama do is they place text on the image. So if I take a photograph of me out running or something like that, and I want to put some inspirational words over the top of that photo, or I just want to add a little bit of a border to it or just a fun element, I can use these two apps to do that. So it's a really cool way of just quickly adding text on top of your post that looks beautiful with loads of different text templates. But also, if you've got your text but you don't know what background you want to use, it's also got some great backgrounds in there too. So these two are completely free. There are paid versions of them. You'll find that certain templates, of course, require you to pay. Up to you if you do that. You can absolutely get heaps of great stuff in both of those completely for free. Now, one little tip with Typorama that I love is up the top left-hand corner. you'll see a little dice. Now, if you click on that dice, it will do a randomized quote on top of your image. Now, I love this because sometimes I take an image, I'm like, I want to turn this into an inspirational post, but I don't really know what quote I want to use. I can click on that dice and keep tapping the dice until I get a quote that's relevant that I'm happy to share. So little cheat in there, but definitely love that feature, and it's a bit of fun, especially for, again, your stories. If you're doing something right here, right now, and you want to use your Facebook stories or your Instagram stories. So I recommend getting in and having a play with all of those apps, guys. There are so many of them out there. We're going to put in the show notes a link to both Animoto, and we're also going to give you guys a link to a special offer with Stock Unlimited. So we've got special offers for both of those apps today. So Animoto, we're going to give you a free month offer. Click in the show notes for that. And Stock Unlimited, we've got a little link there for you as well with a special offer. So jump in and give those a click. Check them out. I can promise you, you're going to be really impressed with all of these. But guys, don't forget as well to share your favorite apps with us too. We'd love to know, what are you using? What are you finding a little bit helpful? And otherwise, guys, we look forward to chatting with you again on our next podcast. This one's been a little bit of fun in getting creative. I hope you found it useful. Like I said, get in and play with those apps. But otherwise, have an amazing week. And I look forward to seeing you guys in again soon for our next episode. See ya.